SUNx Malta launches climate-friendly travel to zero initiative. On World Environment Day, SUNx Malta announced its climate-friendly travel to zero flagship initiative, aligned with the UN Race to Zero. Beating the climate crisis is going to require achieving the 2050 target of zero greenhouse gas, GHGs, at the very minimum. Advocating a zero greenhouse gas 2050 target is directly in line with the UN Paris 1.5 goal. SUNx Malta will work with companies and communities to help them develop sustainability and climate plans to achieve absolute zero GHG. Based on the latest science, a 2050 target of zero greenhouse gas, GHG, is the minimum ultimately needed to beat the existential climate crisis. By advocating a zero GHG 2050 target, it takes the direct line to the UN Paris 1.5 goal. Starting now. However, recognizing net carbon neutral is today's norm, within the SUNx Malta climate-friendly travel to zero framework, it will work with companies and communities via its CFT registry and through strong climate champions, to help them develop sustainability and climate plans that transform over time from net zero carbon to absolute zero GHG. Professor Jeffrey Lipman said, "Science tells us we have almost reached 1.20 towards the Paris Agreement's targets today and are heading for 350 increase by 2050. That would be an existential catastrophe, with weather extremes leading to intensifying fires, floods, droughts, and climate refugees. At SUNx Malta, we are taking the high ground in support of science. We strongly believe that climate-friendly travel, CFT, low-carbon, SDG-linked, Paris 1.50, is the best way for travel and tourism to get on board the UN 2030-2050 roadmap for a green and clean future for our kids." UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has called for all post-pandemic tourism to be sustainable and climate-friendly. CFT will help deliver that. Climate-friendly travel to zero adds another dimension, targeting zero greenhouse gases by 2050, as a gold standard to ensure that we bend our trend of emissions as rapidly as needed to match the science. However, as net carbon neutral measures are what the international community is currently using for transition, we clearly will follow this framework, but very conscious it is unlikely to be enough to reach our 2050 goal of 1.5 degrees. Our new initiative will be a constant strategic reminder of the gap between marketplace and science. Travel and tourism stakeholders, like the rest of society, must journey along various intensifying paths from where they are today, if our sector is to play its part in the global transformation. Individually, every company and community must chart its unique course. Collectively, we must be in the same place by 2050. U2.B. About SUNx Malta. SUNx Malta is a not-for-profit, EU-based organization partnered with the government of Malta that has created a unique, low-cost system to help travel and tourism companies and communities transform to the new climate economy. The SUNx Malta Green and Clean, climate-friendly travel system is action and education-focused, supporting today's companies and communities to deliver on their proclaimed ambitions and encouraging tomorrow's young leaders to prepare for rewarding careers across the sector.